Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 11 of the SquadCast. We just are talking about hurricane preparation.
Yeah.
Because, instead of chapter 103, this will be a discussion on how to run for your life during a hurricane. So enjoy us ramble for 2 hours on that. I'm just kidding, by the way. So, at the time of the recording of this, Hurricane Florence is making its way up the East Coast. So, let's hope none of us on the East Coast die from this, especially Grace.
I'll try not to.
Alright. So, hello guys, I am Matea or Maddie here. I always say either my real name or my nickname because everyone knows me here as either or, but everyone just calls me Maddie anyway. I'm here with Grace. She is still alive.
Hello, yes, at this current moment. I shouldn't say that.
Seuss.
Hi, I'm Seuss.
I'm sure everyone knows who you are.
Yes.
Serena.
Hi.
And we have a new person joining us. Introduce yourself, new person.
Blue Star Charmer. At least that's my handles. My nickname's Cece, if you don't feel comfortable calling me by my handle.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite character is Rin, obvious. Well, at least I feel like it's obvious, but I have no idea how other people perceive me. I'm not a shippy kind of person, but I do like Rin, she and me together. They're very sweet.
Aw.
Favorite arc, I think, is the school school myths. I forget the one where they're going through.
Seven Mysteries of the School?
Seven Mysteries.
My favorite, little arc.
Yeah.
It's a very good one. Good choice.
It is a good one. And what did you say was your nickname?
I'm fine with Blue or Blue Star is fine also.
Okay. Alright, so welcome aboard, Blue Star. Alright. So, basically this chapter, a lot of stuff happened, including, a love confession and kiss.
Wow.
And I know Seuss has a lot of feelings about Eerie, as they have proclaimed on Twitter numerous times, so why don't you get started? Yes.
I love Eerie so much.
This is already starting off well.
Lots of giggling, yeah.
Go ahead. Say what you want.
Oh my god.
Alright, should we give you a minute to collect your thoughts, or?
There's the meme, now kiss.
But, yeah, I guess...
Yeah, I think we should go along as, the chapter goes with it, so, maybe that way towards the end, I feel like we'll have a lot to say about when it comes.
Alright, well,
basically,
we watch Yuri and Shiro at the beginning of the chapter get inducted as exorcists, and Rin is very impressed by the whole ceremony. It's like knighting a knight, basically. So Shiro, I forgot what class he, no, he's senior exorcist first class.
Senior first class, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, and Yuri is junior exorcist first class, which is...
I think it's junior second?
Oh, no, second, sorry. So she is a tamer, and I forgot which class Shiro... Meister, sorry. Which Meister Shiro gets. I think it's Dragoon? Is that it?
Oh,
did
I
they
don't know
say?
if I saw one.
Did they?
I think
say?
they said.
I don't think so.
First class.
Yeah, I think they just said what Yuri's Meister was, which was tamer. But
Yeah.
And
they did not say Shiro's Meister. I mean, I know he eventually ends up getting all the Meisters, but I don't know what he initially
I know that it took a while for him just to graduate, just because they really had to like test him out, basically.
Yeah.
Because they even pointed out, they're like, he's old, dude. Like, why hasn't he gotten it before?
Oh yeah, he's like 18 or something like that.
He's either 18 or 20.
I think he's around. He's in his 20s because in the beginning it's around 40. Yeah, it's 40 years. The very first chapter where it shows the flashback. It's 40 years before, and I know that. Yeah, he was like 51 when he died, so that would basically mean he was 11.
I thought he was 49.
It said 49, I think.
I don't have my volumes on me for once.
Oh, no!
Darn it!
The struggle.
I boxed them all up.
I have the books right behind me. I can search.
I've seen 49 and I've seen 51, so I'm like, it's basically around that range.
Well, we know that
there should be an introduction page either on the first or second volume.
It's in volume 1.
We know that Yuri is 16 because she says she's 16 in the chapter.
She's little.
She is very little.
Yeah.
She's around Rin's age. She had her first kiss at Rin's age. So what is that saying for Rin in the future? Huh?
Kissy kissies.
Are we looking up Shiro's age, is what you said?
Yeah.
What his canonical age
It says it's 51.
Oh.
Okay, so then that would mean he was 11, and so then 29 was 51 minus 21. Okay, what's 51 minus 29? I cannot do math in my head. Mental math.
51 minus 29.
Let me.
Give me a second.
No, I got it. Calculator.
Is that
It was like 20 something, 28.
That's 22, right?
22 or 22,
right?
22. Yes, he's 22.
Okay, so that would mean he's 22 when.
Yeah.
The age difference isn't too bad.
No, not terribly.
I
different.
feel like I don't ship them so much yet, but I do think that Yuri's feelings are very cute.
They are very cute. I agree.
Yeah.
You're too young.
And I'm glad that Shira was like, no.
You're just like, no, bye.
This is me to a child because I'm 22 years old. Nope.
Nope. So that means
much respect.
How old was Yuri when she died, or when she supposedly died? By the way,
so
if for those of you who aren't,
hold on.
For those of you who weren't aware, because I don't think we've mentioned this on the podcast yet, but Serena's Discord name in our server is #Yuri is actually alive 2K18, and she hasn't changed it since that podcast we did 2 months ago.
Actually, that thought is very valid, just because like they don't explicitly say she's dead.
No, they
Yeah.
don't.
It is valid. Until I see a dead body, she ain't dead.
Wow.
Same.
Show me the dead body, I'll believe it. But
Like,
I'm not taking any of that off-screen death bullcrap right now. Thanks.
That's a true story right there. I needed a legitimate dead body in front of me right now.
yeah, like
Not yet. I can't handle that yet.
We have already seen Shiro's dead body.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Okay,
See, 100% no, he's dead because we were shown it. And then Isamo's mom, we were shown when she died. So Kato doesn't really do off-screen deaths. So she's probably
she
gonna
doesn't. She doesn't.
So
Yeah.
if she doesn't show them die, I don't believe they're dead.
Oh, God.
Same.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
I think she's alive, guys. She's alive.
She's alive. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to we'll get to the kiss, and yes, there is
Eventually.
if you're just coming to the podcast and just hearing about a kiss, apparently I guess you haven't read the chapter yet, so I'm sorry. Anyway,
Go read it and come back to this.
this isn't a spoiler-free podcast. I've said this numerous times, but anyway, back to the first scene of the chapter. So yeah, Shiro and Yuri get inducted as exorcists, and at the same time, and Yuri's just like, "Hey Shiro, congrats!" And then Shiro just flips the bird on her.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh at it, but it was.
It was unexpected.
Flipping the bird.
Right?
Oh.
I could say something really nasty and dirty, but I'll just keep my mouth shut for now.
No, it's fine.
We also learned how Shiro gets his glasses.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And how he loses his
And his last
virginity.
name. And his last name.
Oh yeah. We
I was
learned.
wondering how he got that.
We were learning, because ever since we found out that he's actually a clone, I'm just like, so where did he get Fujimoto from? And now it makes sense, because that was his guardian's name. He was apparently.
Don't forget, we
So,
got to learn the chapter of when he lost his virginity.
Oh yeah. Also, as soon as Shiro is free from Section 13 and, well, sort of free.
He's like, wow, I got an ID now. I got my own room.
Yeah, now I got.
He just goes for it.
I got my own. Yep, I'm free now. So guess what? I'm gonna just be drinking, smoking, and fucking all these girls.
I'm gonna be a pimp.
Rin had
He's
to
a
see
fucking
that.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Poor Rin had to see that, dude.
Poor Rin, and he's just sitting there like, I can't
He's just
handle
like,
this.
it's just like, why? And it's mind you, Rin has read Shiro's porn magazines, so I don't know how this is coming up as a surprise for him.
Oh my God.
See,
I
Rin
mean,
seems.
has anyone even thought of that?
I have thought about it multiple times. Rin and his whole. It's funny how squeamish he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm so
Funny seeing how squeamish he is when it comes to real life stuff.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's okay looking at porn, but real people, he's just like, nope, nope, nope.
No,
I'm
no,
done.
get
I
it out
can't
of my
deal with
face.
It's
No.
like, I can't deal with this. Go away.
his
I've
poor
never
virgin
seen-
eyes.
Yeah, right? It's just like, I'm sorry, I'm 16. I don't need to be seeing this crap.
No.
Mephisto, but you're missing all the No.
No.
I think it's that. It's like because I think one of the big reasons is because it's his dad, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like no matter what, it's gonna be like, oh, well.
Exactly.
And now he's very curious about his Shiro and Yuri's relationship. Like, what's going on? And Mephisto's all, you'll see.
You'll see. But I mean, I guess another thing we should bring up. I'm still wondering who this Jenny person is.
Yeah, same.
I wonder if they're gonna die.
I mean,
Yeah.
Okay,
I've seen
what
some
if-
people. Go ahead.
Oh no, you can go ahead first.
I've seen some people say what if Jenny is Arthur's mom?
oh, that makes sense.
But
It
then
does
that means
make sense.
Arthur's. Then it means that Arthur's younger than Shira.
Yeah,
He
he
is
is
younger.
younger than Shiro. He's like in his 30s.
No, Shira.
Oh, Shura.
Oh, sure.
Oh, Shura. Like, I don't. I think no. That would make no. Wait,
Arthur's 30.
no, but Shura's 26.
So I don't think that would. Sure. Yeah, Sure's 26. Arthur is 30. So I don't
Then
think that would make-
Jenny would have gotten pregnant at age 18 or something like that.
that
Oh,
would
no, wait.
that would have to.
Wait,
yeah,
at
Arthur
this
would
point.
have to be really young.
Wait, at this point,
Yeah.
But
Shura's.
it's 20. Wait, I'm so confused.
Actually, at this point, Shura's 27. I think. Hold on, let me check.
Yeah.
What's her birthday?
Second.
I think either way, he would have to be very young to like.
Let me check the seriously outdated. I don't know, Exorcist Wiki. Oh, I went there.
You went to Wiki!
I did.
It is very outdated. It's just like, why?
I don't know. Okay.
That struggle.
Her birthday's August 8th, so she's already 27 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just one of the theories I saw.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was gonna say was like, what if, maybe what if they don't die and maybe they're still alive and like Rin can get some like intel to them.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, I think that. Okay, maybe it's not so outdated. They actually updated Ren's age to 16. So, because he's 16 in the manga now, so.
Shammy's still 15 until they hit March in the series.
Yep. She's a
baby.
She's only a few months younger than Rin and Yukio, so.
Yep.
Unless she was frozen time.
But until time moves forward to March, she's continuing to be that young.
Yep.
Remember, it took almost 10 years to get to December.
Oh my god.
Just think about it.
Right. Oh god, but like, yeah, that's a little weird. But I think, yeah, maybe Arthur was still born. You know, obviously he's older than Sheriff, so
A clone.
I mean, he could be a clone. Cause like, didn't they mention something like he
was from Asylum, but he forgot his memories.
Yeah, he forgot his memories. Yeah,
He was right.
like Shiami. Oh.
What about Shiami? Sorry, I missed that. I'm sorry.
Apparently, Grace.
I hear that word.
Apparently, Grace has her Shiami senses on.
Shiami senses are tingling.
No, I was saying, like, Shiami has memories that she's forgotten. So.
Oh yeah. Suppressed memories.
Yeah. Well, they're probably wiped from her mind by the Grigori, so.
Yeah. Those bitches.
Anyway, so let's move on. So then it takes place, after showing Shiro. Although I think Yuri runs into Shiro at some point and watches Shiro get bitch slapped by a girl.
Because he was being mean. Because they went to Mexico, which I thought personally as a Mexican that was like really cool. They went to Mexico and there's a demon there. It was an artifact. An artifact possessed by a demon, and
it was a golem.
Yeah, and then the Mexican branch didn't want them to destroy it because the artifact was very important. And Shiro was like,
"Nope,
let's just fucking destroy it." And Yuri's like, "No,
I'm gonna fucking kill every demon I see." Yeah, and then Yuri's just like, "No, how about no, you asshole?" And then just goes up.
And then she's like, "Hey, it's a golem." And then
and I think we see. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
No.
I lost my train of thought anyway.
I think we see Yuri's personality shine more. In this chapter.
You can really see how confident she is.
Yeah. Well, also
to me.
There's. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I was gonna say that to me, that scene very reminded me of in the beginning when Bon told Rin to like go up to that Reaper, the frog, and was like, like I can do this better than you, and Rin just like kind of stares it down and like makes it chill out.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
It reminds me a lot of that scene.
I didn't even think about that. Like,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, like now seeing this. Oh wait, actually, I might have thought about the thing with the Reaper, Leaper, whatever the heck it's called. I might have seen it and then didn't really think much about it because I was kind of just like skim reading through the chapter because I literally had no time to read it the past couple days, so I was just trying to like cram it in my head. And then I read the raws anyway, but like I just wow, look at how similar Yuri is to Rin.
Yeah. Funny thing is,
They
I
are
feel,
crazy similar.
Yeah.
funny thing
Yep.
is about that scene, I think it's actually a parallel to two different scenes.
Ooh, what's the other?
The one you mentioned and the one with the whole thing with when Kuro's introduced.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That actually
I
makes
think-
way more sense. I like that one a lot.
I think it's a mix. I think they're both. It's like both those scenes kind of combined in that to give you the feel for both of that because it's like she does the whole stare like Rin and everything, but then the whole kindness and talking about it. It's like talking to it all kind and everything like that, which was very similar. Which, funny enough, Shiro must have learned how he did that when he got Kuro to turn good and stop smashing things. He must have learned that from watching Yuri.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? So okay, so I'm reading up about the anime only asshole grandpa. So I'm kind of okay, going off a tangent a little bit. I'm kind of like interested about Yuri. Her I guess her where she, because her name is totally in katakana, and it's not like it's not like written where the surname is first. The surname is first and then the given name is last. It's written as Yuri Egan. So I'm looking up like on her wiki page because it only has info about her anime backstory, but it says that Ernst Frederick Egan, which is asshole grandpa, anime only asshole grandpa, is half German. So I'm not sure if that's 100% confirmed. But
I mean, it sounds German.
Yeah.
yeah. So it could just be that it could just be maybe Yuri isn't fully Japanese.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Although she was
I kind
raised
of
in
wondered
Japan,
that.
So.
And when she found Shiro, were they in Japan? Or
I think they were. I don't think that was made in.
sorry, Japanese. Jenny and oh my god, Rick are very American names. So I wonder if they're
Honestly, it makes sense for them to not be Japanese just because of their clones of the host, right? And like,
but Shiro's name is Japanese.
Yeah.
They're at the Japan. They are definitely at the Japan branch because Mephisto's in charge of everything.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, like
And somehow
like,
he ends up.
racially.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they are.
Yeah.
Necessarily Japanese, like
especially because like Mephisto seems to be very German. Especially with his like all his little spells.
Yeah. I think each of them, it's like each of them are different. So it depends.
Yeah.
Shiami's family line very clearly is Japanese. That's one that's a very clear
given.
Even though she's blonde, but
yeah,
we know why that is.
It's kind of funny because it's like this. I'm very passionate about that subject. So, put it quite simply, people related to demons have weird hair colors. Shiami's looks normal on the surface.
Yeah, but
at the same time,
anyone that's ethnically Japanese doesn't really have blonde hair.
Yeah, which it's like
it could be something simple, it could be something bigger.
Yeah.
It's like, it
I mean,
really...
Yeah.
I mean, with Shima, he dyed his hair, so...
Dyed his hair.
Yeah.
And Kato
And
hasn't
Shura has
said
a curse.
anything.
Yeah.
And Kato didn't say anything about Shiami's hair, like, not being natural, so... She mentioned in those bio things if their hair color was natural or not.
Anyway, so, yeah, going back... Yeah, it's interesting, but I want to shift the focus back to Yuri, actually. So Yuri, like, she says something really interesting. She says, hold on, let me find the panel. She says, so she trains familiars, so she doesn't like, hold on, let me find it really quick. I enjoy studying, instead of defeating demons, I enjoy studying and raising them. So she's actually, like, even though she is a tamer, like, you know, a lot of tamers use their familiars in battle. She uses it more as, like, a research kind of. She uses, like, familiars to, you know, research demons and stuff like that. Instead of actually, you know, killing them. Yeah,
and like you learn with the whole artifact having a seal, and she's like an amateurish and incomplete seal. With making golems, they have to have a seal and stuff. She seems to help. It's like, because you see that later on, make them and stuff. It's like kind of.
But I think it kind of
ties. Put a seal.
But I think it kind of ties into maybe why Rin and Yukio were. Why she decided to, you know, become, like, she decided to, you know, keep Rin and Yukio and, you know, give birth to them. So I think
she seems to have a concept of kill no living thing.
Yeah, like she wants to see, like, the good in demons. I think
in demons and everything.
Which, you know, her anime counterpart was kind of doing a similar thing. I think this is written much better, and it makes a lot more sense as to why she is like this. Whereas in the anime, she's just like, oh, sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, it's fine.
No, I was talking to Serena.
Oh, so I was looking up on Egan, which is her last name, which I was thinking two terms that would relate a lot towards her. Egan, according to the H.C. Agrippa, the Devil King of the North, one of the four cardinal kings, along with Paimon, West, Maimon, South, and Orion's East. That made me think of some sort of ideal on her idea on the last name. But then I was also looking at the Welsh word for a plant shoot, which goes towards, like, stems and in botany, shoots consist of stems, including their appendix, the leaves, and the lateral buds. So it also relates to a garden.
Yeah.
More Shiami parallels.
Yes, exactly.
So I was, like, looking at it up, and that's why I was like, wait, I never knew about this.
Great. Which is funny because you bring that up, because Egan and Maimon are already characters in the series.
True story.
Yeah. Well, Egan is spelled with a Y instead of an I, and Maimon is they're two of the 8 demon kings. So.
Well, Egan can be spelled both E-G-I-N or E-G-Y-N.
Yeah. But it's kind of funny how similar the spelling is.
Which could also mean that she's somehow related to the whole ideal of demons.
I mean, it could. I think they're drawing a lot of hints as to, like, she's not an ordinary person.
Human.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly not.
Yeah.
I'm curious about her background. It's like,
Yeah, because, like, she was an orphan. And, and Shiro was a clone. And Rin and Yukio are orphans. So, nobody except for, like, Bon and Shima have actually alive and married parents.
Or normal families.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, like, the trio and Izumo.
Well, no, not Konokomaru.
Oh, yeah.
But
at least he came from a normal family.
And Izumo's mother is dead now, so.
Oh yeah.
True.
And her father, they're both dead. But no one gives a shit about her dad, so.
Yeah, she was like, he's basically not even my dad. Like.
Yeah.
That's what.
I mean, they weren't even married, so.
Mhm.
And Shiami's life being
not that has anything to do with raising a child, but yeah.
Shiami can't count as normal because we don't know the story there yet.
We don't know who her father is still.
True.
Yeah, like they never shown her father.
I mean, there has to be a reason why we don't know that yet. I mean, I think they're making this all super important for that reason. So, but we could get into Shiami theories all day. I kind of want to focus mostly on this podcast on Shiro and Yuri. So, because I think it's a lot of interesting topics. I mean, I'm gonna bring up some parallels to Shiami with and her relationship with Rin and Yuri and Shiro, but yeah. Aside from that, we'll keep the
Shiami. The end.
Aside from that, we'll keep the Shiami theories to a minimum. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to me. Actually, I'll bring up one Shiami parallel. Shiami actually doesn't really fight with Nii, I've noticed.
True.
She's more of a healer, for the team.
Yeah.
But I mean, she does fight. Actually, she does fight, like.
Mostly, like, healing and defense. A lot of defense.
Just a lot of defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's like the defensive. Yeah. Like, the fact that she made an entire forest, a few chapters ago.
Yeah, that's mostly what she does. It's like the big thing I think where she actually like really, really fought was that when the whole zombie thing, but that was kind of a life or death situation.
Oh no! Yeah, you're right. It was self-defense basically.
Mm-hmm.
Slapping a Maimon.
Oh yeah. Well,
true.
I mean, in like a combat situation.
I liked her slapping a Maimon though. It was great.
I know it was great.
Oh, she pushed him.
But I mean, like, in like a combat.
Shiami doesn't actively go after demons like Yuri.
Mm-hmm.
She's not fighting demons in the way. It's like she doesn't necessarily see them as evil.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to protect people, but yeah, it's pretty simple.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, they're fighting method. They're like, okay.
Yeah. But you see your boy, what's his name? The Mexican guy. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. Osuela, yes.
Osuela.
Thank you. Osuela. You see your boy Osuela here. Just want to point that out.
I'm so glad this was in Mexico. Ask and you shall receive.
Yes. Kato gave you what you wanted. But yeah. Also the parallel with the Reaper and Ren versus the Golem and Yuri. Like, you see that stare down. Mm-hmm. It's like uncanny. Yeah. It's uncanny how much that is. That is definitely Ren's mom.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I want to see like a manga edit of that. Like,
yeah, I would love to actually. Actually, yeah, there is a panel where Ren is making a similar expression. I'm not sure if it's the one from the.
There's like two.
Yeah.
You're tempting me to make edits. I haven't done them in a while.
Well,
so.
do it. What's taking? Well, besides the hurricane, but what's taking you?
I've been trying to focus on drawing, so it's like I keep forgetting to work on edits in between too.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, actually, one thing I wanted to note from the earlier chapter, is that, wait, did it say? Hold on. Did he say? Nope. Okay, never mind. I thought Rin said something, and now I was checking if he said congratulations, Mom, to Yuri when she got inducted, but nope, he didn't say that. I'm just an idiot. But I was imagining him saying that because he was cheering on his mom in the earlier chapters. So. But oh my god.
He's kind of cheering. It's like, I think it's kind of like, even if he didn't say it, he definitely was like,
yeah,
you can get that feel of support that he has in that scene without saying something specifically.
Yeah. But apparently. But yeah, let's go back to that scene. So Yuri tames the golem. She gets praise, and then Shiro's just like, "Nope, we should have killed it."
Shit.
And then calls her low-ranking scum. So nice guy. And then her immediate instinct is to bitch slap him and call him a weakling. Which she was in the right.
And she slap him.
He deserved that bitch slap, to be honest.
Oh yeah, he went after Rick and just was.
Oh yeah, he was like, "Hey, good job," and Cheryl like slaps him, like pushes him or something.
The low-ranking scum comment was to him, not Yuri. Sorry.
Yeah. No, worry. It makes it that like that's just like. That's just so funny. Imagine like literally like being nice to someone and they just like fucking like push you and like hit you for no reason. Like
he just put his arm up with just like boom.
Not to be.
Oh yeah, he like hit it. He like elbows him or something, right?
Yeah. Not to be that person, but I can see where Yukio gets his attitude from.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, yeah, I went there. I'm sorry to all the Yukio fans.
No, don't worry. You're right.
Yeah.
No, it's true. It's like, and you see where Rin gets his too, because as soon as he did something like that.
It just, again, a full disclosure, we love Yukio, but we're allowed but he's flawed. And we're allowed to point that out. And make fun of him for it. But
I love him. That's why I pick
But we know he's a good person.
Shiro's a good person too. Doesn't change he's a.
Yeah. I mean, you can have a good heart, but also be an asshole. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this scene's another good one to parallel Rin and Yukio. It's funny with the similarities between Shiro and Yuri because Yukio being a jerk. Not Yukio. Excuse me, Shiro being a jerk and then hitting someone. Yukio
punched Rin.
Yeah. Anyways.
Friend Bon.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, the big reason Yuri went after Shiro like she did is for the same reason Rin usually does stuff. It's not for themselves, it's to defend others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see that a lot in this scene, like looking at it, she does her reactions and how she deals with it is so similar to him.
Yeah. It is really, really, really similar, and it's scary how similar it is. I mean, I know I know kids take after some parents take after their kids, but like it's so scary how similar it is.
True.
It almost kind of scares me in the sense that like how Yukio has always warned Rin that his recklessness and his like his kind of views will kind of be the end of him. So like what if that kind of happens to Yuri? Like what if, you know, her love for demons is what is kind of her downfall?
Right.
Yeah.
Or her not really her necessarily love for demons, but her like dedication to like care for others so much and to like place like to like you know be other people's shield and everything is like her downfall, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, now you make me think that this is relevant. It's
right.
I promise it's not about Shiami.
Okay. you don't have to clear that up.
Oh, don't worry.
But anyways, the Phantom Train chapter.
Yes.
The part where Yukio's like, our job is to exorcise demons, and Rin's like, you're wrong, Four Eyes. It's to save people.
Which is also the scene that was used in the Blue Exorcist movie. You guys should go watch the Blue Exorcist movie if you haven't seen it, because
they do say that in the manga too, I think. Oh wait, no, they don't.
No.
Wait, they do?
Well, in the Phantom Train chapter.
The Phantom Train extra chapter in volume 6, which is what
that's
like,
more Yukio focused, I think.
Yeah, and it's
yeah, more or less.
It's also only in the Japan version of volume 6, Japanese version of volume 6. Oh no, it was in the English version too.
Yep.
Oh,
There's no other translations besides the official one though.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. But
I don't remember.
Big thing is, it's like the point is like you can see that in how Shiro and Yuri look at the world. She uses, it's like she doesn't really fight much, but she sees it as it's not about fighting demons; it's about helping people. Versus Shiro is just like kill them all.
Yep, kill all the demons.
And Yukio has no fondness for demons at all either.
Oh yeah. Actually, not to draw a parallel to the anime only arc again, because I just love doing that. But you remember that Yukio becomes Paladin, the director of the Japan branch, and director of True Cross Academy, and all this bullshit titles he gets. But he just starts mercilessly killing demons.
Yeah, that was weird. I mean,
but
it kind of reminds me of what Shiro's doing now. So, but again, I just love drawing parallels to that arc in the anime, and by I just love it, I mean I absolutely freaking hate it because everyone's characters got butchered in that arc. But you know,
this stuff's still there. You can tell they had information from Kato.
I mean, I think she was a consultant on the production of the show.
Yeah.
The anime.
Yeah, she designed Yuri.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The design for Yuri is the same as it was.
Other than like the eyebrows, because I know that her eyebrows in the anime are like thinner.
Yeah. So okay.
And they kind of
Let me look at this. So Yuri tells Shiro, actually, and I think this is kind of starting to transition to how he was when he died, that if he keeps acting like this, he'll end up all alone. So he'll really end up alone. So
that wording.
Yep.
I mean, someone else could hear that, but I'm not going to mention who.
Well, I was about to mention it, but when Shiro tries to, like, I guess, attack her? I don't know. Like, something, Satan actually interferes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Big about this chapter.
That was big.
Yeah.
That was really big.
The
it kind of gives a clue to what exactly is kind of going on with
Yeah.
Yukio. There's something like,
but
because we know it's not possession at all.
But they called it a will-o-wisp. Yeah, but Yuri knows it as Rinka. Like I said, I think I know where Rin's name comes from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's probably the same kanji, I'd assume. If I were to look at the raws, it would probably be the same kanji as
I
Rinka.
think it's the same kanji. I think that was.
I believe.
I think we pointed that out in a previous episode, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely the same. I think it's the same. Prove us wrong, lovely viewers, listeners.
And here's another fun parallel with this scene. I love these. It's like her whole speech to Shiro. Shiro goes and uses that later on Rin when he was little, basically.
Oh, yeah.
A similar speech of basically being like, you're going to be all alone.
I know, but...
Basically, if you treat people badly.
Yeah, but, Shiro was a little bit more calmer with Rin in that moment, whereas Yuri was practically just bursting out in anger.
Yeah, but more so the thing is, it's like it's what Shiro learned from that. It's like, and he took it and applied it to raising Rin. It's just interesting how that.
Yeah.
You're seeing
he saw himself in Rin.
He did.
And the next day, Yuri apologizes to Shiro, which don't do that, Yuri. You were in the right. You were right. He was wrong. Don't do that. You don't have to.
She's too kind for her own good.
But Shiro's being an asshole again. And, yeah.
Something I think makes me think. The fire's blue, right? That keeps showing up. Eating blue fire with Satan yet, apparently, because someone's like, oh my god, blue fire, automatically Satan. No one's thinking or saying that. At least, that's my knowledge.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Yuri's showing off all the cute demons that she made and stuff, and Shiro's just like...
She's so cute!
And Shiro's just like, you're a freak, basically.
I'm sorry, that should be so funny.
He's like, if you show weakness, they'll kill you.
Yeah, basically.
Wait,
it looks so harmless.
On the ground. It's like, oh, look at this cute little demon. I hate it. That's basically what he's doing.
And then he's just like, let me tell you about my dark and brooding past. Where all my brothers and sisters died one by one.
This is my time to be like, this is why you can't call me weak. Here's my story.
Yeah.
I'm not good. I'm gonna do it with a straight face without any emotion.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
It's like, and then you start feeling bad for me. No, it's not that bad. What are you talking about? It's not bad. It's normal.
It's normal.
Yeah.
But it kind of like that part just kind of breaks my heart, just because like that's what so what I really love about Kato is how good she is at just drawing emotion, because she's able to like show like very complicated feelings. It's not as simple as like it's not as simple as like, oh, he was like sad, or like you could really see everything, like the fact that he has never been vulnerable. He has never been able to be emotionally vulnerable ever to anybody. So like you could see that like he didn't know what it was like to really accept being like sad and like afraid. So he just kind of put on this face, like he was just like he didn't know what to do, like and it just breaks my heart, because it's like he's been like he's never been able to accept that like what I went through was bad, and I'm allowed to like hate it, and I'm allowed to like be scared, I'm allowed to be sad, I'm allowed to like feel angry, all this stuff,
I'm allowed to pity myself that way.
Yeah, exactly.
And he says,
And basically, Yuri's trying to be sympathetic, and he's like, "No, it's no big deal."
Yep.
He just didn't know what to do. He's so, I feel so
then,
bad for him.
and then she kisses him and tells him that she's in love with him. And then Shiro is like, "How old are you?" She's like, 16. And he's like, "Nope, bye." So that happened.
I think the entertaining thing about that scene is,
Mhm.
you know that Shiro was sleeping around and different stuff.
Mhm.
You actually, after she kissed him, you kind of see a little bit of blush on him and everything like that. It's like,
Oh yeah, definitely. There's like
his
Yeah.
reaction
small
and
hint.
stuff. It's
Mhm.
interesting because he's all
Yeah.
how he's acting.
It's interesting to see an on-screen kiss in a manga that's not a shoujo manga.
It
Cause
is.
Usually there's like bubbles in like the flowers.
yeah, like this.
Mhm.
I don't think I've not read a lot of shonen manga, if at all any manga.
I have.
But this seems very unusual for shonen. So
Because I think it's like
Pretty much.
it's not as like it's like I mentioned this before, but like it's not as simple as in like, oh, it's a romantic scene. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's actually going on rather than like, oh, it's a romance plotline. I just think it's just so much more than that.
yeah,
Like like I said, he's vulnerable in that moment for the first time ever, and she's like, and Yuri's this girl who's never really been out in the world, so like she's like she's very naive when it comes to like emotion. She like for her like it like I guess I would say she's the complete opposite. I feel like she's way much more open about her feelings, and Shiro's like the complete opposite. He's never been able to like really expound. And then if you know, Yuri's been the type to like say everything that's on her mind. If she's mad, she will say it. If she is upset, she'll say it. If she's like happy, she will say it. And like she has no hesitation.
Exactly. It's I mean, she's very expressive and emotional, which for a girl her age is completely normal. So it's I think Shiro saw. I mean, I think he doesn't like to admit it, but he sees something in her that he likes. So, well, at first, I don't know what the circumstances are beyond that after she supposedly dies. If his feelings like go any further, because this seems a tad one-sided right now. Just a tad.
Seems like it, but then it's like then you have his kind of reaction, and there also goes. It's like it seems like it's going to develop into being mutual.
Yeah. I think the thing is.
Sorry.
I think it's a step forward in more in the sense that he's actually making a friend.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time ever, like I've mentioned all this before too. Like this is the first time anyone has actually showed care for him, and actually care for him. Like his guardian cared for his like well-being, I guess, in the sense of like, okay, like I just need to take care of him, like raise him basically, but that was it. But there was no actual like connection and like emotional like connection as like human beings, and that's why I felt like this scene is important.
Everyone else in his life, it's been mandatory interaction. Basically, it's like people that deal with him at the asylum. It's like section 13 in the asylum. Nothing has been because people actually care about him.
Yeah.
It's like, and even though he seemed to kind of care about that guy that was his guardian, he seemed like he cared. It's like at the end of the day, I'm sure Shiro just has that feeling of I'm an obligation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
One thing to note is that Satan is here too, and Yuri actually is like, "Oh, Shiro rejected me."
She's like, "Oh,
yeah, did you protect me?" And then she actually is like, she actually tells Satan that Shiro rejected her. It's so it's actually really sad, but also really disturbing.
It's really sad. And it's like, oh, she's confiding in it.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
No.
Make another friend. Talk to the golems, please.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Talk to
No.
the golems.
Not the literal king of hell.
Okay, so you know how Shiro says, like, if you show weakness, like, they'll take advantage of you? Maybe, like, that's, like, her weakness is, like, her kind of exposing, like, her vulnerability to, like, Satan, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So maybe
Oh.
that's like the real danger, you know? That's
Mhm.
like the scary part of it, is that
Mhm.
she's kind of just like letting herself be vulnerable to Satan.
Yeah.
What?
Because she doesn't, of course it's like not her fault because she doesn't know it's him, but, like,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not really Satan yet, he's just like no conscience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's that thing Shura said to Yukio?
What thing?
Which
The thing about being, it's like about, thing about letting it basically that would cause you to get a demon to possess you.
Oh, she said she told him that he's the type that gives in to demons easily.
Mhm.
That Rin was the opposite
Yeah.
of that, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think it was her saying something like you have to be honest with yourself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she says that, and then Yukio's
That's
just
true.
like, then Yukio's just like, I'm not gonna listen to a word you said.
But I don't think there's any contradiction to what you're saying. At the same time, I think there's a risk being too honest. The reason I was bringing that up is because Shura was bringing that in the context with Yukio.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
there is another side to it because you gotta have some weariness where you don't trust demons.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, okay, this is like to like another parallel to Shiami to me, how she confides in the demon in her garden.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah,
reminds me a lot of that.
yeah, that's a good point. There we go. The talking
Yeah.
to them. It's like, you're not supposed to talk to them and stuff like that. And yeah, they'll take advantage of you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And she's, yeah, like you said, she's too open about it.
Mm-hmm.
Rin's
Yeah,
good because he's not overly open. He's open, but he's not open with demons.
Yes.
He talks to people.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he can
Yeah.
tell the difference between a good and a bad demon, you know?
Exactly.
Yuri's just like, demons are my best friends.
Demons are my
What-
friends.
Oh, this little blue fire.
Oh,
I've decided.
look at this
you're
weird woo flame. I'm gonna take good care of it.
Yeah, it's basically like this one right here is my favorite.
Even though he probably killed my my family.
entire family. He murdered my
Burned-
entire family.
Burned my whole shelter to the ground.
You know. But he's cool.
You killed the women and children too. Oh god, did anyone get that reference?
Wait, what reference? I'm sorry.
He said he killed the women and the children too.
Oh God.
But if you got, if
Oh.
you know what that reference is, say it.
Are you talking about Star
comments.
Wars?
Yes.
Sorry. I'm being really. I'm not catching things.
Actually,
now.
I can't laugh really loud right now because my mom told me to turn it down. As we're recording.
So like, I am your father, but
Well,
make it Yuri.
She can't hear you guys, but she can hear me, and if I'm being very loud, then she'll be like, shut the fuck up. But a little bit nicer than that. But essentially, shut the fuck up. Anyway, so let's talk about Red's reaction here. He's
The floor.
so embarrassed. Look at this panel at the top of page 62. Look,
funny.
I've never seen a panel with Rin like that before.
I just want to hear that, like, I really want to see that like animated and like voice, like knowing Nobuhiko Okamoto, his
Right,
VA will
yeah.
like scream, who has like one of the
Oh
most
my
iconic
gosh.
screams ever.
I know. Or like
Right.
hearing Bryce in the English dub do that.
I want to hear both episodes. Okay, I need that in my life.
Yeah. But look at his look how big his eyes get. And like the fact that he bends his back, like the expression. I have to give Kanto like 10 out of 10.
What I find really funny about that is that he reacts way more intensely to that rather than like watching his dad, like get it on.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't think he
I
actually
find that very funny.
I don't think he actually watches like him having
That's the
actual
funny thing.
sex.
Yeah, I think he kind of
He's kinda
like turned away and just like. But the fact he had to hear all that and everything, he's just
But,
like,
like,
okay.
Even then, that's just like so funny.
No, but he doesn't actually see he doesn't actually see him actually having sex. It's just implied that he's banging all those girls.
Oh yeah. Mephisto's just sitting there like, hello. It's like, I'm gonna watch this all.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But like,
It's educational. Rick.
let me tell you about the birds and the bees.
It's like, hi, I want to die. I want to leave right now.
You know, when a mommy
Abort
and a daddy
mission.
love each other very much. You know.
But yeah, his reaction to this is even bigger than when he was just like, oh my gosh, this is really annoying.
Yeah, but like, oh my god. Okay, I can't stop looking at this one panel of Rin. Just like, I don't know how he doesn't throw out his back, just like his spine just bends that way. Like, what?
It's funny because I find the panel under that one so it's adorable because he's just laying there with his hands on his face.
Yeah. But
Just be like-
his first immediate thought was, is this gonna work out?
That threw me off because in the summary I didn't expect him to seem so supportive. Like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
I
I think that's what I'm thinking. It's like he's like, this is so embarrassing, I can't watch. But then he's just like, what's going to happen between them and everything? And he just
Yeah.
seems so like, oh no. It's like
yeah.
he seems like, I'm not sure he knows exactly what he wants to feel, but it seems kind of like he's like, oh god, I hope.
Well, before he says that he's embarrassed, he's like, "Is this gonna work out?" And then he says he's embarrassed, and he goes like, "I can't believe this. What's gonna happen between them?" And then Mephisto's just like, "Well,
Huh?
yes, you have to wait to see." Like the asshole that he is, he just like, how is it gonna end? You have to see yourself. And then
But I found.
yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
And then that thought comes back up. Well, the thing that Mephisto says about like it ending in tragedy.
Yeah.
So we have. I think the next chapter will probably, if not the chapter after, will probably show what Yuri's fate was, basically, and how the twins were conceived.
Because it do show Goro at the end, so like.
Oh yes.
Yep. Hi, Goro.
So what I find, like I know that, and then I think it got some people confused because of the timeline. Because I know when Mephisto first explains how demons like came to be, the way people interpreted it was that when Goro came to be, it seems like that was the Blue Knight, but it seems like this is 29 years before the Blue Knight. So
yeah.
I'm confused. Okay, so I have a couple of like assumptions at this point. So I think my first is that maybe he will secretly live in that little like body and just kind of observe what's going on and then make his move.
He'll possess.
Or if he will actually, or if he will actually be like, hey, I'm coming out, and try to like, his existence is known for a while. He makes himself known, and then maybe something angers him to cause the Blue Knight. And maybe something that has to do with Yuri.
Well, you can see that Satan is possessing Goro because of that eye, his eye at the end. You see that his left eye has Satan's little flamey eye thing whenever he possesses someone. So, so I think you might be right, Seuss. I think is gonna happen is Satan, had people, have said throughout the manga that he hasn't found a vessel that can withstand him, but they could be very well wrong. Like, this could be, like, he could probably be possessing Goro for a number of years, and then something happens, and yeah, like, he could probably just, like, be, like, Yuri, befriend Yuri, trick her, get her to have his children in some way or somehow. I don't think it's just an incident. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Mhm.
Well,
no, go ahead.
I don't think it's just an incident that happened overnight. I think this was, like, something that was built up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of thoughts right now.
Because he can't. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for Satan to just, like, blow up like that on one night
at all.
Yeah, so, like, it seems like it would make a lot more sense for it to build up for years. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And also, like, it seems like because maybe he did feel some kind of pity for Yuri or, like, some kind of affection for her, that because she was like, he rejected me, blah blah. So maybe he wants to be able to actually reach out to her to help her and, like, actually connect with her in some way, that he possesses that body.
I have a lot of thoughts right now.
Starting
like
with,
what?
I have, like, a lot of thoughts on this whole subject now.
So, would you like to say what those thoughts are?
Yes, sorry. I was waiting till you guys were done.
No, we're done. I think we're done.
No, that's what I was like, what? We were done, yeah.
I'm just sitting here thinking about the thing. I have never thoughts on the whole possessing the body thing. All right. There is it shows him being possessed, but we also know he's able to possess, like, Yukio's eye. So, and all we see is the eye, so they're just putting that possibility out there. Not necessarily my thought on this whole thing. There is also, like you mentioned, it's like possessing the body for a number of years and stuff like that, being kind of dormant there.
Oh, yeah.
It does just, it's like, since there's no body. But there's also possibility, it's like there's that, but I'm wondering how hard it is for someone to possess something and then unpossess it and then possess it again. Because he might have, like, tried to possess Goro, and then, like, it took, as they kept doing that, it's like almost, but not completely, and as they keep working on stuff with Goro, eventually he's able to fully possess him.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that. There is also one other possibility.
Yeah.
This could be Kato just showing a panel for later on chapters, just so just to hype you up.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's either or scenario is pretty much guaranteed to happen. So
I am kind of wondering one other thing.
Yeah.
I'm still, it's like not 100% convinced that he couldn't at some point of possess Shiro. It's like until that's 100% proven he hasn't.
Yeah.
If something happens to Goro's body, we know that he can actually possess Shiro's body.
Shiro, because they're basically the same thing. And this isn't like, I was gonna say, like, it wouldn't be unlikely because in a sense Shiro is stronger than Goro, because Shiro didn't fall for didn't fall to the experiments. He was able to stay, his spirit was able to stay sane and stuff like that,
Exactly.
He was, like, the only one that, like, stayed, like, he, like, excelled in every way possible, like, physically and all stuff like that. So, like, he would prove a better vessel. And Mephisto does mention that if you fall to a demon even once, you have to do something for me.
Exactly. That's what I was. That's exactly where I thought we're going.
Yeah, because I know, like, people might have assumed for that to be him giving Rin to like him, so like that wouldn't make
Mhm.
sense because like he's dead, and he can't really make a wager with him that way.
Yep.
It's making me think that the demon he fell to was Satan, and then that's how he ends up having to take care of Rin and Yukio.
Mm-hmm.
And
Blue Star, were you gonna say something?
Oh, no,
Go ahead.
I
Oh, okay. I thought you said something. Sorry. What were you saying before, Grace?
That was basically where I was going with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. I like
Exactly
interrupted
that.
you because I thought.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's making me think that that's how he ends up. Now, how he gets possessed by Satan is what I'd be curious. What does Satan do to get him to fall? Because it took the pain of what happened with Rin to get him to drop his guard to do that. So something else must have made him drop his guard for Satan to be able to possess him.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that's going to connect back to Yuri.
Yep. I have. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I have the same exact theories, honestly.
It's like, and I'll live if it just turns out Goro is who he possessed, but I feel like Kato being Kato, it's going to be so much more complicated.
Yeah.
Pro just another like same as Shiro clone, like the Azazel, I think it was.
Azazel. Yeah. Or Azazel, I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I can't pronounce things worth crap anymore. I've just given up trying.
Yeah. I mean,
The bodies that wasn't meant for him originally.
Yep.
Made for Azazel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Those clones.
Yeah, the one.
I believe they were meant for. Who were they meant for? They were trying to make the
Lucifer.
perfect vessel. Yeah, they're supposed to be a perfect vessel for Lucifer.
Yeah,
but
they don't. Lucifer.
Yeah, here's the thing. Looking at Shiro and looking at the others, I don't really see an extreme resemblance to Lucifer.
Well, his current host body, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I know they were trying to make a body for it, but I am curious about how all of that went with the rest of the bodies.
I'm more so curious if their host bodies look like they do in Gehenna.
I wonder.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they look fully human, because I mean, like, not, like, almost fully human is more of the correct term, anyway.
I wonder.
My one has died, right, and came back in another host body recently, right? Or is it the same body?
No, it's the same one. He just...
I think it's the same body.
He just, like, what happened was, I think, when Rin... Well, first of all, Rin doesn't actually tear up the cuckoo clock that Maimon gets trapped in by Mephisto in the manga. That was an anime-only thing, so right after Maimon gets trapped in the cuckoo clock, you don't really see him again until the chapter when Rin comes over to Mephisto's mansion for dinner, and then he takes him to Gehenna and he sees Maimon, and it's the same, I guess, exact body. But what's interesting, yeah. So I think he was like recovering.
I totally got the anime mixed up with the manga.
Yeah.
The funny thing about that is,
which
I remember.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I remember, like, I haven't looked at the volume in a while. It was volume 10.
So
or something like that.
Yeah, but like that whole thing with him, like getting his host body getting destroyed by Rin was an anime only thing, and the fact that he possessed a hamster right afterwards, while his destroyed host body like recovered. So
wow, I really don't remember the anime.
You don't remember that he becomes a hamster after Rin.
I'm
Like,
not I never actually connected how he became.
but
a hamster.
how do you not remember? That was also in the Blue Exorcist movie.
I mean, I know that he's a hamster. I was just wondering how he became a hamster. I never paid attention.
Because Rin destroys his host
He's just
body.
like Mephisto's like, well, here's this hamster.
Wow, I don't remember.
You,
He took
oh
him to
my
like
God.
a pet store or something.
Okay, yeah, so it's an anime only thing that they can just go away and come back for the most part. I guess,
Mhm.
like, because that's why
You
Lucifer.
it's like a little funny thought. What if, like, you know how in the movie he's a hamster, but he comes back as like human?
Oh my God. Right, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
At
then
the
people,
very
like,
end.
Mephisto's like, let me see if there's any remaining clones.
It was at the very end of the movie, though.
Huh,
Like,
I
the
Yeah.
scene. We need to
He's
rewatch
like-
the
because, like,
movie.
I feel
because
silly.
because what happens is like, it's because what happens is like, my one's like, I want to go to the festival too.
I want to go
and
to the
then
festival.
Yeah, and then like,
Take me to
and
the
then he
festival.
sees yeah, and then like Amaimon, you see him during the montage at the festival.
And then-
Amaimon's there
And then
in
Mephisto's just like,
actual human form.
and then Mephisto's just like, you can go to the festival. And then my mom's just like, yay!
Yeah.
Like,
He's
he was
"Why?"
he was so happy. It was so cute.
I don't
actually.
remember any of the filler. I'm realizing I don't.
But that's
remember
for
any of the filler.
that's from the movie though.
No, I know the part about the movie. I'm just like, I don't know why I never connected how he ended up a hamster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I watched the filler all the way through at least once. I must have
Mhm.
been sitting there cringing
Yeah,
so bad. I
same.
Oh my
didn't
God, yeah.
process.
Every time I watch the season 1 anime, I just stop after like the my mom fights. I'm like, I hate it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I watch the movie a lot. 'Cause it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Movie's good.
The movie is really good. I love it.
So cute.
We need to do a rewatch of it.
We should all stream it and watch it together.
Watch it on Rabbit, probably. Yes.
Yes, that'd be fun.
So, any other thoughts on the chapter?
Zero got his smoking habits from peer pressure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was interesting.
yeah,
Just
it
makes it like
definitely
that.
was interesting.
It's like, oh, I see the guy smoking there. I want to join.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it
This-
makes sense for him to like fall for to get into stuff like that just because his life is so strict that like I mean that's usually what happens to a lot of kids in general. If you notice some of them, if they live in very suffocating homes, they will rebel in the sense that they will resort to drugs, they will resort to sex, they will resort to everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because it gives them at least some sense of freedom, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. This chapter was really good.
Mm-hmm.
That is a main thought of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like we got a lot of information and it really moved forward everything.
Yeah.
Nothing was boring. I never think any chapters are boring, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like overall really, really good.
Yep.
But something that will continue to stand out to me is the whole Shiro and Yuri scene at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, from the beginning of that starting to the end of it.
Yeah. Hello?
I'm here.
No. I heard like rustling from someone's mic.
Oh. Yeah, I heard some type of noise. I don't know what that was.
Yeah. Anyway. Any other thoughts? Oh, weren't you gonna make Renshi parallels to
Yes.
Yuri and Shiro? What should be their couple name?
I've seen people say Shuri.
Shuri, like Shuri from Black
Uh-huh.
Panther.
Yes. I've seen that be like I've seen something.
That's like weird, like Yero, Shiri.
You
Or maybe Yuri makes more sense.
Yoro.
Yeah.
Yurio? No, I'm
Yuri.
kidding.
My first thing I want to mention is the parallels between Shiemi and Yuri are literally meant for shipping purposes. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. Because I've seen in the tag some people being very confused. Like, I've seen a theory going around where someone's like, are Rin and Shiemi really related? And I'm just like, this is kind of a common thing to compare to put parallels and contrasting things between the protagonist's parents and his love interest.
Oh yeah.
Like, to compare the two ships. I'm just gonna put that out there now.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean this in a non-mean way, not to be rude about someone's theory, because you do you, but it ain't gonna happen because Kato's not doing incest.
Yep.
Good.
It is a common thing to compare the parents like that with their kid. It's like with their kid and love interest, like I was saying. So the similarities between Shiemi and Yuri are meant for, it's like from the whole shipping standpoint.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot.
This
Oh. I'm trying to See, off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of some. It taking place in a garden was definitely a.
Oh yeah. The kiss.
Yeah, that taking place in a garden.
Yeah, the fact that Yuri is a tamer, and Shiemi is a tamer meister.
Yeah, they're both tamers.
Yeah.
They seem particularly attached to golems, which it's like green men are basically a type. They are a variation. They are a type of golem. So it's like from what I know about the green men, which is funny because Yuri and Shiemi both have that. But some things specifically, Renshi ones, it ain't gonna be actually comparing Shiemi's scenes with the whole situation here. Yuri is very straightforward.
Yeah.
She confesses on the spot.
Exactly.
And then she handles rejection really well and just kind of like very straightforward about everything, which Rin is very big on being on the spot. He just says what comes to his mind. He dealt with being rejected without being a salty little butt about it and all this different stuff, which was nice. And you have Shiro more oblivious or trying not to care right now, which isn't comparable to Shiemi, except for he's the one that's not quite there yet.
Yep.
But I'm sure there's other parts to it.
Yeah.
I guess Shiro is very similar to Yukio in the sense that they are not honest with themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like
Rin is more honest.
Yukio hides every bit of pain that he has.
And Rin's very open about his pain.
Yeah. Yes.
Yuri is very open about her emotions. Rin is very open about his. I was about to say hers, and then I'm like, wait, no, wrong. No.
For the most part, Rin has been open since the Kyoto arc.
Yeah.
Onwards from there, so.
Yeah.
If there's anything to compare with the whole being empathetic towards the pain that they're going through.
Yeah. But like, okay. Well, yeah. But seeing I can't speak. I'm sorry. Anyway, saying that Yuri is similar to Rin is the understatement of the freaking year. because she's
Right.
literally Rin. And Rin is literally Yuri. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's cool. And it's nice because, you know, a lot of shonen characters, I guess with the exception of, like, Deku, aren't very in touch with their emotions as Rin is.
Yeah.
And it's, I you know, it's not, like, just a gender exclusive thing for, like, female characters. Like, you know, there could be male characters that are, you know, sensitive and, again, in touch with their emotions and very, like, show that vulnerability without, like, feeling ashamed about it. Like, that exists. And, like, if you break those boundaries with, you know, gender roles and gender norms, and, like, you know, especially, like, in Japanese manga, which, you know, Japan is a very, I guess, very traditional country, where, you know, men are expected to act a certain way, women are expected to act a certain way, and, you know, it's like, not LGBTQ friendly country. Hopefully soon that will change, but you know, it's interesting to see, you know, because I think Kato is exposed to all this American media, because she cites, like, The Walking Dead as one of her favorite series. Star Wars is, like, one of her favorites. Like, there's a lot of things.
Yeah, you can really see a lot of, like, Western influence in her writing.
Yeah, there's a lot of
can.
Western influence.
Like, I can definitely see it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Western influence. Because, like, she likes Walking Dead, she loves Star Wars, she loves Pacific Rim, she loves Disney movies, she loves, like,
Day Driver.
all that.
Yeah. Like, I think it's not just in the pop culture references and tropes. I guess plot tropes, I mean, specifically. But, like, the way she writes her characters.
Yeah. I think, when it comes to the whole thing, it is pretty common in manga, at least in shonen from what I've seen, where the characters are emotional, but I don't think many are done specifically like Deku and Rin, where it feels different in the way they're done. And like, and I've seen Natsu and Fairy Tail cry and stuff, but for the most part, he's kind of an oblivious idiot.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, and I think that's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
Rin can be kind of dumb, but he's not oblivious to how he feels about things.
Oh, yeah, he's very
honest.
Yeah, like,
everything.
He's very self-aware, but he's also aware of, like, how other people are feeling.
I think it also has to do with, even though Rin's not the most smart, he's not an idiot. Like, some of these characters,
he's not the brightest crayon in the box.
Yeah.
A lot of them are an idiot to a very big fault, and Kato does the perfect balance between that, where it makes him feel more real, rather to where the emotional moments are almost forgettable with a lot of the others.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Rin's,
it's like,
yeah, he's very emotionally intelligent. That makes sense.
Yes, he is, like, he's not book smart, but he's street smart.
Even then, he's not even stupid.
I mean, Yuri is
learning difficulties.
I mean, Yuri is smart in both ways. So, although you know, she is very, like, I think she's similar to Shami in a way, where she has this naive demeanor, and and she's, like, you know, very, I guess, I mean, she knows what romance is, obviously, but, like, she doesn't know a lot about, like, the world outside of the asylum. Because, you know, she grew up with, she didn't grow up with her in a really, like, a normal normal
Mm-hmm.
is subjective, but like I guess what people would consider a normal environment. So
Yeah. I think it's like they're not like oblivious. It's like since we're on the subject about romance and characters like Shiami and Yuri, they're not
Mhm.
oblivious to romance. It's like they see it around them and they understand it
Mhm.
from a basic standpoint, but not from a personal one.
Mhm.
I think sometimes that gets kind of
Yeah.
um the it's like seeing how that is with Shiami is kind of distorted, where it's like people think she's
Mhm.
completely oblivious
Mhm.
to everything to do with romance.
Yeah.
It's mostly she doesn't know about love and everything from
Mhm.
a point of view where she can
I think she's
there's no firsthand experience.
okay. Yeah,
there.
like she knows what love is. Yeah, she's like
Yeah.
she's like very
She's
aware of
just-
her feelings, so that's why
Yeah.
she's more naive in the sense of that she doesn't know where they can get her sometimes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She doesn't realize what
Mhm.
she kind of just like she's very aware of her feelings, which is like very like good of her.
Yeah. I mean,
But at the same time, there's a danger in that in the sense that like we saw with with like when she was talking to Satan, that she's so open that like she doesn't know where they can get her. She kind of like spouts it
Mhm.
out, and like
yeah. I mean,
you never know what's gonna happen this month.
she's not experienced yet, and
Yeah,
which is understandable because she's only 16. So,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like,
And she's
I think-
only like lived in like that school, and then like she was homeless beforehand too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
so.
I feel like Yuri and Shiami kind of come from a similar background when it comes to dealing with romance. While they
Mhm.
understand their feelings, it's like, or learning about them,
Mhm.
it's like they don't have the experience to figure out how to apply that to their
Mhm.
it's like and deal with those feelings.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So.
And Yuri doesn't exactly have parents to talk to it about with.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And
exactly.
Shiami had a very neglectful mother for so many years, and I highly doubt Shiami's going to open up to her mom about romance.
Mhm. Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
and Yuri seems pretty impulsive, where she's just like,
Yep.
"Wow, you're hurting, Shira. I'm gonna make you feel better. Here, I'm gonna kiss you, and then I'm gonna confess that I really love
Yeah. Exactly.
you." That's the order I should do this in.
Mhm.
Totally
I guess the
should've
only
started with the
similarity-
confession.
I guess the very big similarity that Shira and Yuri have in general is that they have very like go for it attitudes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm. Exactly.
It's like,
Yep.
oh gosh.
I think they
Yeah.
in the anime they were trying to make Yukio a lot more similar to Yuri than in the manga Kato.
Yeah.
Which I don't think
Yeah.
worked as well.
Yeah. I have a feeling some of it's like, since mentioned, there is purposefully
Mhm.
done parallels between Rin. It's like, for shipping reasons, it's like parallels between Rin and Shiami and Shiro
Yeah.
and Yuri. I have a feeling eventually we'll see some of those switch around with scenes with Rin and Shiami, where we're going to see things that it's like
Mhm.
we've seen it where it goes from the it's like similar for Rin and Shiami, like the whole saying he's warm thing. It's like when Yuri said that Shira is warm was supposed to reflect on the one scene with Rin and Shiami.
Mhm.
I think eventually we'll see stuff that has no relation to Rin and Shiami. That later down the line we'll get
Mhm.
something with Rin and Shiami specifically that would be a throwback to that. And you're like, oh,
Mhm.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
gonna work one way.
Yeah.
I think an important thing to realize sometimes it's like things can parallel something without being a mirror of it.
Mhm.
And because I'm not saying the ships are similar in the fact that they're the same dynamic,
Yeah, no,
far
no,
from
no. It's far from it.
I don't want to be misunderstood with saying that because there is some
There's
toxic things about dealing with Shiro and Yuri.
Yeah, whereas like Ren and Shami is pretty healthy, Shiro and Yuri is pretty toxic in a lot of ways. You know, the thing is like there's just a lot. I mean, personality wise, Yuri is similar to Shami, but Shiro is not very similar to Ren, or at least younger.
There's certain things that Ren has in common with him, but that's later in life.
Yeah, later, but like as a teenager, no. But but like there are certain like aspects of like I guess certain things in certain scenes are done in a way that are similar to Rin and Chami. Like the you know, when she first meets Shiro, she's like, "Oh wow, you're so warm." Yeah.
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 It's like,
but Shiro doesn't act the same way that Rin does.
It's interesting how it's done because like it's like two contradicting themes going on there. The fact that they are meant to parallel, which is supposed to be similar, but then they also contrast each other in the fact that they're completely different. It's supposed to be showing two sides to how a story can go. Where Rin and Shami, obviously, I'm assuming the intention is this is going to have a happier ending or a happy ending, and this is going to turn out good. Whereas Shiro and Yuri is supposed to be a tragedy.
Yeah.
And show this is how things don't work out.
Yeah. Yeah, basically this is definitely not going to end well. Whereas I believe Rin and Chami will have a happy ending. So.
Oh, I don't like that we're like getting to know Yuri so well and like I'm like so attached to her already.
I know, it's sad.
Something's gonna happen.
It's really well. Something did happen already. So we just don't know what it is yet.
I can't handle this. I
know.
How dare I be introduced to her and love her?
How dare!
And she's gonna be taken away from me.
How dare! Yeah. So I guess any other thoughts on the chapter?
Paladin looks like Mephisto.
Huh?
Or someone. The Paladin.
It feels
like...
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
That dude.
Paladin dude.
I swear to God, that's a Mephisto clone. Like,
oh yeah.
And then
that is.
I think you're right.
Wait, let me see really quickly.
Because
and that guy Rick. That guy Rick looks a lot like Ashima.
Oh no! The Paladin.
No, but I'm talking about the guy Rick.
Yeah, the Paladin.
Oh, a little bit. Not too much.
Got the lazy eyes.
The Paladin dude kind of looks like Mephisto.
The Paladin, to me, he likes Mephisto a lot just because, first off, people were debating whether they look like the side characters you like. I saw some people say House. I saw some people say like Juzo, but the fact that we have to focus on the fact that they're clones first off, so like it has to be one of the Demon Kings probably. So I would assume Mephisto. It's just like there's not really a pinpoint like similarity because you know how when demons possess a body they don't age, they just deteriorate. So that way he looks more distinguished, he looks more unique in the sense that like he's aged. And plus he has a different hairstyle and like Mephisto has the baggy eyes. But they do have the very like lazy look.
Also, Rin's wording there, he's like, he reminds me of someone. And then Mephisto, oh, I wonder who.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
And that too.
But that Rick guy looks a lot like Shima.
Oh, yeah, I agree on that. I forgot about that.
But I don't know if he's related to Shima. Or the Shima family.
I don't know.
I don't know if those kids were also like brought in like Yuri was too.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because that could also just be like
clones. Wait.
That could be just a style thing.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Why he looks similar?
Yeah. That could be.
Here, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah,
they'll
yeah, we'll
die.
probably find out, like, pretty soon.
Or they'll die.
Oh, God.
Which sucks because we'll start to get attached to them.
Yeah.
They're kind of
Any
weirdos.
Any other, like, last-minute thoughts on the chapter?
He smiled when he got his own room.
Yeah, yep.
He's biting his lower lip like, ee! Like,
He's so happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
I still love Shiro, even though he's a jerk there.
Well,
That's
yeah, I mean, the thing about Shiro is that he redeems himself at the end.
Yes, he definitely
Yeah.
does. It's like, and the fact that we already know where the character's going. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
so-
learning about him past changing my view of I love him.
Yeah. And, like, okay, this is, I don't want to draw another parallel again before we close off, but, like, Shiro being redeemable in the end, I feel like that's going to be Yukio. And then it's going to end in
Yes.
sacrifice. And then we'll all cry when Yukio sacrifices himself.
Ooh, here's great, actually. Since Shiro's sacrifice ended in death, and I was, like, mentioning about Rin and Shami parallels,
Mm-hmm.
Shiro and Yuri in the way would be a happy ending.
His redemption
I
ended
think
in death.
Shiro's
sacrifice.
does end. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
he redeemed himself, and then in the end, at some point, because he ends up sacrificing himself for Rin,
Mm-hmm.
ended in death.
Yeah.
Yukio, whatever sacrifices he makes, probably will not be dying. It's
Mhm.
honestly, I think it gives you that feeling of, here's how bad things happen. Here's the bad stuff that happens, but we're gonna try. It's like we're not gonna repeat the same mistakes.
Yeah.
Basically,
Exactly.
so I don't think Yukio will die.
Yeah, no.
I like to feel that he
Well,
won't die.
I would think either he would die or Shima would die. Or both.
that's
Or
likely
both.
they keep referencing. Yeah.
Or both. But anyway, I think this is a good time to end.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah, this was a pretty, I think this whole arc has been, you know, it is very plot heavy, which is great.
Mhm.
And I am very much looking forward to, I mean, slowly building up, what we're ultimately going to learn about what happened with the twins. But I think the payoff will be worth it.
True.
So, yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, I think that's it for now. So, thank you guys for watching or listening, whichever. Do you guys have anything to plug?
No.
Just my Twitter and my Instagram are just the same name.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, any projects?
Every Sunday. Oh yeah, okay. I started a thing called Rinchy Sundays.
Yay!
Basically, every Sunday, if you just use that hashtag, and it's like hashtag Rinchy Sundays, or it's like use the tag on either Tumblr or Twitter, I'll retweet it or reblog it,
Mm-hmm.
everything.
I think
Just
you might have talked about this in the last podcast, but
yeah,
just
I don't
a
know if
reminder.
I'd started it yet,
Yeah. Yes.
but basically, you ever want to post something, no pressure, just throw it in that.
Yay. Well, my only projects are on Twitch, so I stream pretty much every day. Not every day. 3 to 4 times a week. Every day is a very large exaggeration. And I stream Splatoon 2. So if you have a Switch and you have Splatoon 2, you should join the stream and play with me, because it's fun. Although I'm gonna try it, since I just finished up my internship, I'm gonna probably do some more streams for other games, like maybe get back into Overwatch. Well, I have already gone back into it. And probably maybe a single player game. I'm thinking I might pick back up some games that I've neglected to play on my Switch. So, because I would like to get a PS4, but I don't have one right now. And the new Spider-Man game looks really good, I'm just saying. Anyone else?
Yeah, that's about it.
Alright, okay. Well, thank you guys so much for watching and or listening to us ramble on as usual. So yeah, follow us on all the socials, Twitter, YouTube, Tumblr. I think that's all our social medias. And we'll see you guys next month for chapter 104. So thanks.
Yay!
Alright, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.